females are detecting which males have high testosterone and selecting them. But it's actually more so that the males that have higher testosterone forage further and will fight harder for the females. So today we're going to talk about how you can optimize the ratios depending on your particular life goals, because the ratio of estrogen and testosterone in every individual has profound influence on feelings of well-being, feelings of optimism, feelings of anxiety or lack of anxiety, on reproduction, on sexual behavior independent of reproduction. One of the quickest ways to boost someone's testosterone is to have them achieve a win. Repeated failures take testosterone levels lower than they would be otherwise. If you want to optimize testosterone and estrogen, you need to get your light viewing behavior correct. But it means getting anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes of bright light exposure in your eyes early in the day, getting increases in dopamine that are going to promote the production of testosterone and estrogen to healthy levels, viewing bright light within the first hour of waking, whether or not it's from artificial light or ideally from sunlight, has these powerful effects on sleep and wakefulness. But we have to return to this if you want to understand how light can impact hormones, because hormones, light and dopamine have a very close-knit relationship, so much so that your light viewing behavior can actually have a direct effect on hormone levels and fertility. It can have a direct effect on hormone levels and libido. It can have a direct effect on hormone levels and your ability to heal quickly. So bright light early in the day and throughout the day is great. View as much bright light, ideally sunlight, as you can. Getting a lot of light in your eyes is not just about adjusting your sleep-wake rhythms, it's also about optimizing your sex steroid hormones. And avoiding bright light in the middle of the night is not just about not disrupting your sleep, it's also about optimizing the sex steroid hormones. And things like ice baths and cold showers can have positive effects on the sex steroid hormones, both testosterone, mainly in males, and estrogen, mainly in females. You're cooling the neurons that control vasoconstriction and vasodilation, and shutting down the entry of blood, or at least reducing it, and hormones into the gonad. Then stimulate the gonad to release more testosterone, or would stimulate the gonad to release more estrogen. If you want to increase testosterone, weight training with heavy loads, but not to failure, seems to be the best supported, at least scientifically supported, solution to that. When moving heavy loads, but not to failure, that has to provide some sort of feedback signal either to the gonad to produce more testosterone, or is increasing the activity of receptors in the body. Now, it may not raise your testosterone levels as high as you want, but it's definitely taking things in the correct direction. Okay, so now let's talk about the role of specific compounds, many of which can be taken in supplementation form in order to optimize sex steroid hormones. And again, I just want to emphasize that I'm not suggesting anyone take anything or stop taking anything. This is purely for informational purposes, but some of the data on these is quite striking and impressive. It's very clear that certain collections of nutrients are useful for promoting testosterone and estrogen production in their proper ratios. And those things are what I would call the sort of usual suspects. Vitamin D, which is important for so many biological functions, including endocrine functions, zinc, magnesium, etc. I personally have supplemented with zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D for years. Now, for people that aren't getting prescribed TRT but want the increase in testosterone, there are these plant compounds like tonga ali. So tonga ali, about 400 milligrams per day, has the effect of raising free testosterone and overall testosterone by about 100 to 200 points. And another one, which is very interesting, it's a Nigerian shrub called Phaedogia agrestis, and it mimics luteinizing hormone, which is the hormone that comes out of the hypothalamus that stimulates the testes if you got those, and the ovaries if you've got those, to make more testosterone or estrogen. And so those two herbal supplements together can give a significant boost in free and active testosterone.
So you said Tongat Ali can give you 100 to 200?
Yeah, about that.
Well, what does the other one give you?
Phaedogia is usually taken at about 600 milligrams. The most dramatic effect I've ever seen was somebody who had his testosterone down in the low twos, or I think it was like low twos, and he got it up to the 700 range, but that's an outlier, right? Most people are going to see about a 300 to 400 point increase.